Good morning. Today is Friday the 13th. Dun dun dun. Sean was born on Friday the 13th. There's no really bad things that I can think of that would happen on Friday the 13th. Except for my phone going off while I'm filming. So yes, it is Friday the 13th, but I am still going to go hand out resumes to places. Because I am not afraid. Maybe it'll be lucky for me. Probably not. But we're gonna try. And we're off. Almost perfect! I'm almost perfect. Great. I'll be the best one for the job. Anyway, wish me luck. So she is doing interviews tonight, and I was not able to be put on the list. Just add another person to interview. But she will call me again if the interviews now don't work out. It's a 3-day week. I would be working 3 weekends out of 4 every month. And then always Thursday, because Thursday is when shipments come in. So she probably wants a guy. Because they'll be able to... That's the stigma, right? They're gonna think the guy can do the job better. I said it was no problem working weekends, and it's not really. I mean, Friday nights, I stay out late. And if it's an early Saturday morning, I'll just have to stop staying out late. And it's not gonna be for a whole day. The 2 shifts on the weekend will be regular shifts, but the Thursday will be a whole day venture unloading boxes, which is perfectly okay with me. But I'm not on this first list of interviews, so I'm called if it doesn't work out with them. But she probably wants a guy. But I like this little store. It's a cute little store. It's a nice little store. I would be able to work there. You can see everything from your counter, except for the back and stuff, but that's staff only. It'd be nice. Well, we'll see. I'm gonna go to Value Village now and hand out a resume. One of the problems with me is that I don't have the confidence of a person who's going to get the job. I have fake confidence, and I'm just nervous and cowardly and scared. And I guess I can just sense that, and it's just, you just know when you're not gonna get a job. You gotta fake it till you make it. But you have to fake it correctly so that they don't see through your nervousness. What was I saying?
Something about Scott.
Yeah, because when I first met Scott, both Sean and Denise spotted him beforehand. And then I saw him, and I knew I had I was like, wow, tall. Because obviously he's so tall. But I didn't say it to his face. And I never made any weird comments. That amount of tallness is new, but like being tall, like myself, I'm taller than all my sisters, even though I was a smidgen. I was like, yes, I'm tall. Yeah. And my dad's a tall person. Yeah. And seeing Scott and my dad stand beside each other was so surreal because it felt like tall and tall, but so much taller. Did he come to your shoulders? I think it was around shoulders.
No, probably
nose.
It's like, imagine every new person you meet. You
work in you
work in a retail store. So imagine if you were...
I was a jerk to Scott when I first met him.
No, it's fine.
It's fine. Shut up.
But yeah, imagine you being my height or you being a tall girl, like I'm probably 6'3", let's say, and working in where you work, and everybody that ever sees you having a comment.
It would get tiring.
Yeah.
It would get so
you run out of things to say.
Yeah.
And like I understand that you're seeing somebody my height is surprising, but at the same time, do you not have any inclination that
You might have a personality.
And it's funny, so many people will be like, oh my god, you're so tall, and the second thing is they're saying, oh, you must hear this all the time. It's like, yeah.
Yeah, I do.
And it's like,
So why
oh,
did
they'll
you
be
say
like,
that?
oh, you must hear this.
It's like, no, actually, you're the first person to ever notice.
It's like, oh, you must hear this all the time, but do you play basketball? I'll hear things of that nature, and it's like, so you're trying to redeem yourself from imposing on me by saying, like, oh yeah, you must hear this all the time. But then you end up asking the question anyway.
Yeah.
That's like, no offense, but you're ugly.
Yeah,
It's like,
exactly. It's like, no, yeah, I love that.
No
And on
offense.
the opposite end of the spectrum of being tall, you can never go up to someone who is short.
Oh my god, you're so short.
You
Yeah.
can never say that to them because it's so insulting.
Because
And
shortness
Is it-
has a negative context.
Yeah, I got that.
Where
because
tallness
I am
has this
5'3".
positive context.
Yeah, we're at Scott's right now, and we're just hanging out. First, we were talking about like falling out with groups of friends, and then, well, I don't know how we got on the subject of it, but Scott basically, so loud. Scott basically got on the topic of, I guess, how it sucks to be tall, of just, or not how it sucks to be tall, but of how, like, because Scott's so tall, of just how that is how people acknowledge him as, like, that tall guy. Or, like, random people will come up to him and just be like, oh, hey, you're really tall. And then he's just kind of like, mm-hmm, yes, I am. And then, like, that's it. End of conversation. And I know there's there's this one thing that happens a lot when just me and Scott are hanging out, which I love. I think it's hilarious because I'm a short guy. So when me and Scott are walking together, Scott is the one who is noticed. So we'll be walking in, like, you know, the mall or a grocery store or something. And people will be walking by and then they'll just stare at Scott because, you know, he's very tall, he's very thin, he's a pretty good looking guy. And so they'll just stare at him, and then I will stare right back at them. But they don't notice me, at least not yet. After they're staring at Scott for 5, 10, 15 seconds, then their eyes will start to wander, and right away it'll go to me. And then they'll be like staring at Scott, and then they'll come down to me and they'll be like, oh, I wasn't staring at him at all. But anyways, at Scott's right now, I'm not drinking. Lydia had a little bit, but that was like hours ago. Scott's drinking, Jess isn't, so we're just having fun and talking about random things. Our night is complete.
It's not a Friday night with their pizza.
It's dinner at 2:30 in the morning.
What is that? That cheesy bread?
Yep. I'm going right in the middle.
I am so happy now.
I need a drink.
What do you want?
Anything.
Darkness. Me.
I'm cool.
What the hell's going on? You're doing weird hand
We're
trick
making
things.
a hand alligator. So, you put down your ring fingers, both your ring fingers. You take your index fingers, so your right index finger is going to wrap around your left ring finger. And same for both. So, these fingers
Okay.
have to pull backwards and grab your ring fingers, which will produce...
Oh!
That kind of has like weird ear things in the back. So it's like rab, 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 rab.
Does it look like anything?
I had a friend who could do this.
It
really
looks like
cool
a
thing.
weird
His hands
chicken.
would be like there was an invisible string in between them.
We're home now from Scott's. It's late. Or early, depending on how you look at it. And,
Up in an hour.
yeah. So, yeah. Long night, but a good night. I love hanging out at Scott's.
Yeah. I feel tired, but I also don't. Like, I still have things I want to say.
Yeah.
Because it's perfect.
Scott has to talk.
Yeah, that's all we did for 7 hours.
7.5.
We just talked.
And it's beautiful that you know that this. I just want to give Scott a hug. You're watching this, Scott. I love you.
Yeah, we love Scott. Okay. It's bedtime. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.